Untying the Knots, a story from Buddha's teachings. Once when Gautama, the Buddha, came to teach his disciples, he was carrying a beautiful silk handkerchief in his hands. Thousands of disciples were waiting, and as they saw him walking towards them, they were surprised to see such an article in the Buddha's hand, as it was most unusual. When the Buddha addressed the gathering, he asked, "What do you see?" And they said, "A beautiful silk handkerchief." Then slowly, Buddha started to put notes on the handkerchief, one after another, until he put 3 notes. Then he asked whether it was the same handkerchief. His disciple answered that it was the same handkerchief, yet different, as it was in notes now. The Buddha said, "That is what I want you to understand. You are all Buddha, but you cannot see the silken fine fabric because you are in notes. I am like the same handkerchief, but without notes." Then he went on to pull the handkerchief from both sides and asked whether the notes would open this way. They spoke in unison, saying that this way the notes will in fact tighten and become more difficult to open. Then the Buddha asked, "Why do you then try to open your notes by pulling?" He continued to say that while your intentions in doing so is good, your very doing is its undoing. It is trying too hard, taking too much trouble. You are making it more complicated. He then further asked that if he needed to open these notes, what was needed to be done? A monk answered that he would come close, observe, and try to understand how the notes were formed. And if one saw how they were formed, one would be able to undo them. Then Buddha said, "That is right," and ended the sermon saying this is all he wanted to teach them. He ended by saying they need to meditate upon their own notes. You see, in life, we all have our notes, our difficulties, and we perpetually try to solve them in the same manner for years. However, most of the time, instead of getting a solution, we provide our thinking and problem-solving mind more and more nourishment. We feed it, it becomes stronger, and that is akin to tightening the knots. In mindfulness, on the other hand, we slow down. We get silent, let the noise in our mind settle, and we start to observe. We are gentle and patient with ourselves. We let our assumptions about what is problematic and why it is so rest. Instead of thinking and fixing, we create some acceptance and just try noticing. If we can take a step back, pause, and genuinely see what our mind is saying about the situation, we might be less stressed, less angry, and may even find courage to confront or let go and have a more fruitful approach. With such gentle and kind focus, we may start seeing the nature of our inner notes. With real understanding, they may start to loosen. This was my motivation. Thanks for watching. Comment below what you learned from this story, and have a nice day.